Hello, everyone. Welcome to another session of Divine Discussions. I am Joel Anastasi, and this is Philip Collins. Each week, Philip channels a divine entity from the higher realms. The higher realms come in with a teaching, and then we have a discussion, a question and answer session, and we're delighted to have you join us. This is sponsored by the Angel News Network.
Hello everyone, just give me a moment here. At the Conscious Channel, I'm going to go into trance and we'll see what comes through for us today, and then Joel will do some Q&A. Greetings, beloved earthlings. We are the keepers of creation. We come to you at this time as your chakras are growing and expanding from 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, connecting you more vastly to your solar system, to your galaxy, and to your universe. For the time has come for you to know more about your reality, to know more about creation and what creates creation and what your involvement in it is. What is creation, dear ones? It is cosmic love. It is the consciousness of the creator, of your creator, through cosmic love. And what is love? Love is a vibration, a frequency in combination with light, which creates all matter, seen and unseen. Most of your universe is unseen, but there's much of it that is seen that you are aware of now. So it is a time to connect with the forces of creation that create creation, if you will, through something called love, through something called a combination of love and light that create density, which create you and all the life forms, the minerals, the plants, the animals, and yourselves around you. It is a time to know the relationship of these vibrations of love, which are experienced through your emotions and your thoughts that accumulate themselves in the atmosphere of your planet and create your reality. You are given in each incarnational cycle a portion, if you will, of creation, of love's life, and what you do with it through your freedom of choice and freedom of will is your decision, dear ones. It is your decision to do what you will with this life substance, through your thoughts, through your emotions. And more your reality is learning through teachings from other realms, such as the archangelic realms of Gabriel and Michael, exactly what is the relationship of your emotions and thoughts to your physical being and the reality that you create through the power of your own creation. For this cosmic love creation, this consciousness of the Creator, if you will, is the building block of all that there is the building block of your galaxies, your solar systems, your individual planets, going through evolutionary ascension processes which your planet is involved in now. And as you raise your consciousness in connection with the consciousness of creation, of your Creator, more and more of the science, of the wisdom, of the interconnectivity of creation will come to you, dear ones. It is a time for you to know what you have not known or chosen to remember or has been veiled from you in the past. This is an exciting moment that you have all chosen to be here and to understand who you are within this process, why you are within it. For as your higher chakras open up, your 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, if you will, it will allow your connection to all of the forces, the wisdoms, the sciences, if you will, of creation. For this thing called love begins with the love of self, which you have most recently been taught, through this endeavor called the Angel News Network. And you're understanding the importance and the foundation of this relationship of love of self and how it will mirror, reflect out to others, reflect out in the love and compassion for your planet, and now go forthrightly further into the solar system, into your galaxy, beyond your galaxy, into the universe at large, and really begin to mastership, if you will, creation yourselves, for you are creators, dear ones. You do not create the energy that is given to you, but what you create with the energy through your freedom of choice and freedom of will is your choice, isn't it, dear ones? And there has been a great abuse of this freedom of will and choice in the past. But now, as you're connecting more and more to self and one another and realms beyond self and further out into your solar system and your galaxy and your universe, you're beginning to understand what this building block, what this glue, what this force called love really is, and how it relates and assimilates into your emotions, the thoughts that your emotions create, and your physical bodies, the symptoms, the illnesses, the aging, the ultimate what you call death, so-called death, is. All of this is opening up in preparation for your immortality to be connected to all there is. It is a magnificent time. And there are many volumes of wisdom in our crystal libraries throughout the solar systems and galaxies of the universe. For there was, and is, if you will, a parallel universe from whence this love force came from. Your planet in universal wisdom is called the love of versity, dear ones. For the whole purpose of your planet and yourselves upon and within it is to learn to love self, others, planet, solar system, galaxy, and indeed universe. And once you reach this level of universal wisdom, of connection, as you would say, the whole shebang opens up. So we'd like to open up now to whatever questions may come to you and allow a further integration of the process of these new truths, of these new wisdoms. For your world is also on the brink of something called equality, which is a reflection of cosmic love. The significance and the importance of equality is that no life form can see itself better than another. That once you go into equality and oneness consciousness, you see the interconnectivity of all, you see the oneness of all through love. How may we help you with your questions at this time, dear ones?
Well, it's exciting to have you join us.
And we as well, we have not always been able to approach you, and at this time we are.
Well, that suggested questions to me, but the one I wanted to start with, the keepers of creation is a new term for me. Could you define what that represents, what that means?
We are attempting to explain our consciousness, our frequency in your language, dear ones. So we have chosen the new phrase, keepers of creation. We are very close to the Creator, creation itself. So we see ourselves as a band of a realm of consciousness closely connected to the creation process through love, dear one. And we know that the human being loves to personify, give a name, and give a label to the different realms, the different higher realms. But soon, when you release yourself through telepathic ability, language will not be necessary, and you will connect to us through resonance and feelings, dear one. Does that help you?
Yes. Gabriel, when he talked about the various archangelic realms, he referred to them as hierarchies of consciousness. And I believe he said that each hierarchy had sort of a mission or role. Can you define, do you have a mission or role that is uniquely your own, or what?
As we have done with this opening statement, our mission is to explain creation and your relationship and participation within it as creators of your own lives yourself, and how the macro and the micro integrates and interrelates, dear ones. Does that help you?
Yes. Now, I believe you said something about you are able to come forward now. Why is that? What's unfolding now that permits that?
It is the dispensation of the ascension process of your planet, whose sole plan is in process to return to a being of light. Thus, in turn, everything within and upon her body will do the same. As a result of that, in the opening of your higher frequencies, you're connecting farther and farther out, beyond your solar system, beyond your galaxy, into the vastness of universal wisdom, dear one.
And what impact is that having?
It is to explain truly who you are and where you came from, and that the adventure and the experiences you've had on this particular planet called Gaia, Mother Earth, is an aspect of the whole, not the whole. And once you will become amalgamated, if you will, and integrated with the wholeness of universal truth, and then the great journey truly begins.
You referred to love, of course. So many of us, in the simplest form, have always thought of us as being a feeling, and of course, Gabriel and others have referred to it as the glue of creation, etc. You use the word glue as well. Love is so fundamental to this whole ascension process is unfolding, isn't it?
Yes, and the human's understanding of love is a very dense shadow. A shadow, dear ones, of what we're speaking of as cosmic love. It is not necessarily integrated with human feelings or misinterpretations or even misuse of what love is. Love has often been confused with control and fear in your frequency, dear one. It is the building block. It is indeed creation itself.
And that's really our job here, isn't it? When you referred to the fact that we come here in one incarnational cycle after the next, and what we do with it is our own opportunity and responsibility, because we have freedom of will. And it's the exercise of love, isn't it, as to whether or not we really make this a rewarding experience.
You're giving a portion, a quantity of this life substance, of this love force, and through the freedom of will and freedom of choice you have on this planet, it is up to you what you do with it, what you are with it, dear one.
Well, it's such a huge responsibility, and so many of us have squandered so many of these incarnations. At least that's how I see it, as squandered.
Well, that is why you've had so many repeated incarnational embodiment cycles, if you will, to really attempt to accomplish what you intended to accomplish last time that you didn't. But this is a karmic wheel which is coming to an end. And it is time to be connected to the forces from which we come from and integrate with you at this time within, so that you may break yourself from the need of repeated earth lives. A beginning of that might to know the truth that it actually exists.
And that's the exciting moment, isn't it? That you referred to earlier in your introductory comments. Isn't that the exciting moment that we're moving into an opportunity to break away from this incarnational cycle?
It will be an exhilarating moment for we and many of the higher realm forces, in combination with your species of human, to really allow you to waken up to the truth of your eternal immortalness, and for you to begin to express this love. Your ascended masters who once walked the earth as human and through a process of self-empowerment and self-development and persistence in many cases, have used this life force of love to free themselves from the frequency you exist in order to be in service to all that there is. As a result of that, they have been given the gift, the power, if you will, of creation through the ability to manipulate atoms and electrons to manifest all in service to all that there is, as long as it is constructive and not destructive and shows no harm.
You defined equality in such an interesting way. I think you referred to it as a reflection of cosmic love. This America, of course, the United States was established in part to establish the idea of equality among humankind. And it has been such a battle. The expansion of equality has moved from a very small group to an ever wider percentage of our population. And that, to me, has been one of the great struggles, those who have resisted the expansion of equality to include everyone, and those who have tried to make it include everyone. That's been the whole struggle of America and the world and humanity.
Well, we would make the observation that it's happening faster and faster as your racial and your sexual preferences, equality rights come up. You'll see it exponentially reaching a quantum shift faster and faster as the consciousness of humanity increases, dear ones. But yes, equality has not taken place in your country or in your world yet, and there can be no advancement into full higher realms without equality for all. For no one, nor the laws upon the land, can support an inequality. The law supporting an inequality cannot be allowed any further. That the law of the land, the consciousness of humanity, must reflect oneness. And of course, the basis of all of that is the balance of the masculine and feminine energy, which throughout millennia on your planet has expressed itself in national differences, religious differences, all sorts of differences, the myriad of ways that you have separated from one another and often gone into confrontation and the efforts of war, which are futile.
That balance of the masculine and the feminine seems to be accelerating as the feminine seems to have a greater and greater influence all around the world in all aspects of human activity.
It is the foundation of equality, dear one. All prejudices and forms of duality branch off, if you will, from that inequality of those two energies, male and female, feminine and masculine.
Are you as keepers of creation going to be showing up more in terms of your interaction with humankind all over the world? Are we going to be hearing more about you?
It's up to you, dear ones. Do you resonate with what we're saying? Do you resonate with being connected with us? Many of the platforms of the relationship with self, through your endeavor of the Angel News Network, and schools and teachings throughout the world, have laid many, many foundations. Are you now ready to open up to the cosmic experience of love, the cosmic experience of self? If this resonates and you ask for it, it will take place, dear ones. We're merely peeking in the window and saying hello today.
Well, we're delighted you're peeking in our window. You know, the ascended masters and the angelic realms sort of show up for us when we show up, where we don't necessarily ask specifically for it. Are you suggesting that we need to ask for you specifically, or just have an attitude and consciousness of openness to you?
Both, dear one.
Well, we certainly hope that we can look forward to your wisdom whenever there's something valuable to say, which I would guess is always.
Remember, our dispensation comes from the higher chakras, which reflect the 12 star systems that seeded your planet, moving in from your 7th to your 8th, beyond your physical being, out into your lunar, out into your solar system, out into your galaxy, which you call the Milky Way, and out into the universe, which contains millions and trillions of galaxies. So creation, through this love force, through this glue, through this building block, is ever building and growing and expanding in a limitless capacity beyond the comprehension of humanity. So we hold you in love, we hold you in light, the building blocks of your density. We hold you in a love that you are not capable of embracing in yourself and others until you're fully there yourselves.